Election security will be a major focus as voters head to the polls next week. In Colorado, the state is working to ensure a secure process after a controversial security breach in Mesa County. County Clerk Tina Peters allegedly allowed the breach during a software update of election equipment earlier this year. Peters is now barred from overseeing the upcoming election. For more, I want to bring in Colorado Secretary of State, Jena Griswold. Secretary Griswold, thanks for being here. Your state has seen a lot of misinformation and disinformation surrounding voting, not unlike what we've seen across the nation. How is your office specifically working with county officials to try and address those concerns heading into next week's elections?
Well, first, thank you so much for having me on. And you're absolutely correct. The use of disinformation is growing. It predominantly started with our foreign adversaries in the 2016 election, and it's intensified by both foreign adversaries and domestic actors repeating lies to try to shift and tilt future elections. So I think it's so important to partner in a bipartisan way when possible to get good election information out. That's why I started a new unit within my office to counter foreign disinformation, and we partner with county clerks across the state so that Coloradans are alert to the prevalence of fake information, but more importantly, that they know where to go, where to get that trusted source of election information.
Well, you've also been involved in an ongoing legal case involving the Mesa County Clerk, Tina Peters. You removed her from election duties following a security breach involving the county's Dominion voting machines. Tell us what happened.
Well, what we uncovered through our investigation is that the clerk ordered cameras filming voting equipment to be turned off. And then through a series of events, compromised the voting equipment by leaking images of the servers and sensitive passwords. So when we learned this, we acted swiftly to make sure that the residents of Mesa County have a great election just like everybody else in Colorado. So that included decertifying the voting equipment and getting that replaced, and also winning a lawsuit to remove the clerk and her deputy from interacting at all with the elections, and putting two other Republicans overseeing this election.
And are you hearing any concerns from people in Mesa County who think that their votes might somehow be tampered with? And how is your office addressing those concerns, as well as the greater problem of a lack of faith in the electoral process?
Well, we have been seeing quite a bit of misinformation across the nation. And like I mentioned, that's being amplified by extreme elected officials. But I think it's really important to contextualize that this isn't about one county or one set of circumstances. This is about a coordinated effort to undermine confidence and restrict the right to vote. Just this year, we've seen over 500 bills to take away Americans' freedom to cast a ballot across this nation. We've seen attack on confidence, whether it's through fake audits or lies from extreme elected officials. We're seeing threats to election workers. What's happening now is no longer about relitigating 2020 or the election before us. It's about chipping away Americans' confidence so that it's easier to tilt future elections. So I think it's very important that all your viewers pay attention to what's happening and elect people who believe in democracy, regardless of which aisle they affiliate with.
An important point, because democracy doesn't work if the population doesn't have faith in it. To that end, Colorado is going to be holding many of its statewide and national level elections next year. Are there going to be any major changes to the voting process or security when voters head to the polls in 2022?
Coloradans should expect elections very similar to recent years. Colorado is considered the gold standard in which to cast a ballot, and our system is very upfront and straightforward. You can register to vote easily online, and then we automatically send every registered voter a mail ballot. The voter can vote that, return the ballot to one of hundreds of drop boxes, to a voting center, or even vote in person and register on Election Day and cast a ballot. So that's what Coloradans can continue to expect. They can continue to expect top-notch security, because that is what we really believe in the state of Colorado.
And that's what everybody is hoping for across the country. Secretary Jena Griswold, thank you.
Thank you so much.